The study was called Love Lies, a content analysis of romantic attachment style in popular music, by Mikkel A. Jorgensen Wells and others at Brigham Young University in Utah in the US. That's where the study was done. The link's in the transcript on the website, as well as the link to the article by Bianca Setionago, which brought this study to my attention. So the researchers took 100 popular songs, and unlike my songs in last week's podcast, they were fairly recent songs from 2019, the top 100 songs from 2019. The researchers analysed the words and the relationship attachment styles they felt were being shown. What I thought was interesting to start with, of the 100 songs, only 13 were not about love or relationships, which meant that fully 87% of the songs were about this. Interesting in itself. Most popular songs are about love, romance, or sex. On reflection, that sounds right, doesn't it? So, of these songs about love, relationships, or sex, the analysis also showed that 86% of songs about love showed either avoidant or anxious attachment. And this was further broken down. 33% showed avoidant attachment, and a full 54% showed signs of anxious attachment in the song lyrics. I guess you could say that great art often comes from experiences of pain and hurt and difficulty. But the researchers found that only a small percentage of the songs showed secure attachment style or were neutral. That was around 14% in total on this. Perhaps relationships that are securely attached are less interesting to other people. There's less pain to talk about, of course, or sing about. The researchers also found that music genre, that's G-E-N-R-E, was related to attachment style. For instance, rap, hip-hop and R&B songs were less likely to show anxious attachment and more likely to show avoidant attachment. In these songs, it was noted that often the subject, that means the singer, did not need emotional closeness and thrived on being alone. Interesting too, song lyrics that focused on love were often either secure or anxiously attached and rarely avoidant, whereas songs which focused on sex were often avoidant in flavour. I guess in some ways this isn't surprising. The best songs often portray what we might call heartache. That's H-E-A-R-T-A-C-H-E. The pain we experience when a relationship breaks up, perhaps. Maybe this state of feeling leads to the best songs that are written. Examples from my recent podcast, 708, where I talked about music. You could say they certainly have Dido's White Flag. Perhaps a little bit like German poet Goethe or Roman poet Catullus. People write their best material when they're in pain. And if I think of my reservations about Kanye West, maybe that's because it portrays an avoidant style of attachment. But what this study also worries about is the influence on teenagers of the attachment styles portrayed in popular music. There's concern about avoidant or uncaring attitudes, which could be portrayed as normal or how you should be. I understand that, but I think that the researchers have it the wrong way round. And they're worrying unnecessarily. Teenagers listen to a lot of music and are often experimenting in having their first relationships, and it can be quite painful. So these songs and song lyrics become important because they express the feelings that teenagers are already experiencing. And that's true for all of us, adults too, and accounts for the popularity of many songs. We've all been there. My suggestion would be that our attachment style may influence our music choices at different times, but our music choices don't make our attachment style. Attachment styles are set instead by our own experiences in life, especially of relationship. This is what John Bowlby and others taught us. As ever, let us know what you think of this podcast. And if you want more on attachment styles, just let me know. Send us feedback. I'm really interested to hear what you've got to say. Enough for now. Have a lovely day. Speak to you again soon. Goodbye.